Hello and welcome to CAP at Home. I am Miss Ivy and one of the art instructors for our CAP at Home series. So today we have a two-part tutorial. Today we are going to, in wait of the holidays coming up, we are going to create a gratitude jar. Okay, you see the gratitude with the fall colors. This is something that you can have for your holiday family dinners, and it's a nice interactive project for your family, but also an interactive talking point for communication with your family. And whether you have Thanksgiving dinner via Zoom or any holiday harvest festivity via Zoom, you'll be able to actually have them to be involved in a nice little project and a nice way of communicating what are they grateful for. So we're going to create a gratitude jar, harvest jar, okay? So now, because I said this is a two-part activity, you have to do a couple of things. First, you need to find a jar, okay? I have different types of jars. I have our great old mason little jar, okay? Any kind of little jar, okay, will be fine. We're going to take this and turn it into a gratitude jar. Now, you'll take a walk out. This is a beautiful time of the season where you can just go outside, step outside real quickly, okay, and pick some leaves out, okay? I just picked up those various leaves, and I'll show you how to clean them, okay? You'll clean them with water, okay? Very easy peasy to do, okay? They still have some softness to them, so various types, okay? All right, and you're going to paint them where they look like this, okay? All right, you see that? All right, you see the colors. So we're going to really paint the leaves. So today we are going to be involved in painting our jar because it's going to take time for this to dry, okay? And you may want to put 2 coats on, okay? And I'll show you how to do that. And then take time to paint your leaf. Any color that you desire. Of course, I just chose the fall colors and I just sort of highlighted the leaves, the fall colors, okay? And then next week, we will pull all of this together for your jar. So, what are the supplies that you will need right now? Well, various types of paint, right? A little, either paper plate or a little container such as this. Various paint brushes. Of course, your mason jar. I have glue gun, okay? But those who have had classes with me know that my glue of choice would be the glue dots. And that's perfectly fine. If you don't want glue dots, not a problem, okay? But for this, we can use the glue gun just as effective, okay? Next would be ribbon. Oh, and the glue dots look like something like that. They're going to be in a row, okay, and they're going to be clear. Then any type of ribbon. So I found this really nice, sort of like burlap ribbon, okay, in this orange rust color, okay. And I found something else that sort of has a little shine to it, so I just trimmed that and add that to it. So I like these two, okay. So you'll need that definitely for the next part 2 for next week. All right. Then paper, different color paper for your message to go on to your piece where you're going to have gratitude, and you can put hope, whatever it is that's going to spark a conversation with your family, okay? So I think today I probably will do hope, alrighty, and you can even have gratitude, hope, you can have it all there if you like, okay? Then I also have some stickers. Okay, I like the little shiny stickers, but you can do any color that you want. All of this can come from the dollar store, not a problem. And if you have any kind of other ribbons or any kind of fall things that you want to add to it, this is your gratitude jar, by all means, go right ahead and do it. Okay. So we can get started. Alrighty. So we have painting to do. It will take time to dry. I would recommend that once you paint your jar, just set it outside. It's beautiful outside, but it's nice and chilly outside too as well. Okay, so we're gonna zoom down to my work activities station, okay? So now, hopefully you can see everything. Yes, okay, so if you can see my work situation here. So right now, I am going to, we have my leaves, all right? So I'm gonna start with the jar, okay? Because the jar will be the easiest one to do, okay? So I'm going to paint it a pretty brown color, all right? Just gonna add a little brown to my little palette here, okay? And I think I'm gonna do 2 different types of brown, okay? And so I'm gonna start with that. Now you can do this gratitude jar any color that you want. It doesn't matter, okay? So I'm going to start with my paintbrush, sort of a nice, chunky, fat kind of paintbrush, okay? And I'm just going to dab with that one, okay? And I think I'm see if I can mix it. It might be the same browns, I don't know. Yeah, one is a little orangier than the other, so I'm just gonna dab, mix a little color there. Okay, so pick up your jar and you just wanna simply start painting, okay? So when you start painting, okay, you can go up and down already. I like to finish it off with just a nice clear, nice clean little going around that, just the bottom lip of the jar, okay? But you want to paint your jar. So you're just painting, okay? And you freely take your time because you don't want to mess up or anything, and you don't need to spill everywhere, so that's all right. So we just take our time, we paint around, okay? And keep in mind, these also, everything that you make through Cap at Home, they make really wonderful gifts too as well. So if you know someone that's in a nursing home or assisted living, or just even some of your elderly relatives that are at home and you can't really go see them, this is really a nice little gift for them and something that they can also be involved in as far as writing down what it is that they're grateful for, okay? Or they hope, okay? Whatever they hope for, okay? So we just keep, and it doesn't take long. You see how I'm just painting all around? It's not taking long at all to go around and just paint, okay? Just a little brown, okay? And just make it sort of kind of neat. You're gonna cover this bottom part up anyway, so it doesn't really matter because we're gonna put ribbon and stuff like that all around there, okay? All right. So this process, pretty easy. And just paint. Let's see how many additional stuff on there. Okay. And we just sort of, yep. Okay, go around, paint around, okay. All right, so, and that looked like it's pretty covered pretty well. Okay, and that's just coat 1, so you can always add another coat on if you don't feel that it's thick enough. Now I could tell you right now, for this one, this is just 1 coat, okay? I say 2 coats you can add on, but this is just 1 coat, so it did pretty good. All right, okay, so I'm gonna set that to the side. Now, yes, eventually once I finish this particular segment, I will put it outside so it can dry. Okay, so we're gonna set this to the side right now because we're gonna let that dry. Set it over to the side. Okay, now next, the leaves. The leaves are gonna take a little longer because we do want to bring out some of the different colors. We wanna tap into some, you know, really be creative with our colors that we have here, okay? All right, so I am simply going to start off with a little bit of the brown, but I want to add on a little bit of this color. Okay, sort of an orangey, pinky kind of color. I want it to be a little brighter. I want my leaves to have some other kind of design, such as pink. So I'm going to dab some pink out here, along with my brown. I may even want to add some green on. Let's see how this looks. Oh, just a little green. Okay, so, and let's see what other colors I have. I have purple too. So I may dab, we'll see, okay? But right now, so let's start designing some of our leaves, okay? All right, so let's start with this one. Again, now I'm going to require, because I have 1, 2, 3, and then I have my 3 browns I'm mixing. I have, I think I'm gonna lighten that brown up some though. With a little white. Yep, I think for this one, I'm going to dab a little white in there. This is going to be different. Okay, this is called creativity. This is what we want to do, okay? So I'm going to dab a little brown. Okay, this one I may have a little bit more brown on it. Really bring out the brown tones in the leaves because you know what? It's been outside for a while, right? So we're just painting, okay, our leaves. Okay, and you can do the back part too as well. Now all of this, of course, as you're painting your leaves, you're going to, and I like to go and move in an upward stroke, just because for me, it gives it more coverage. So we just sort of bring that on out, okay? And then as we start applying some of our other beautiful colors on, because I'm doing it a little different. I already did the fall colors. I'm going to add some other things to it too, some other colors, and see what we come up with. So that looks pretty good, nice and brown. Now, I only did the middle part of it. You see I went up, okay? I only did the middle part because when I get ready to add other colors onto it, I'm going to go along with the tip, okay? So I'm going to set that to the side and let it dry a little bit, okay? All right, so now I have this particular, I'm going to add some more brown, okay, to this one. Now because this has nice little tan colors already, it started to really change, okay, as it's dying out, right? But we're going to sort of bring this back to life. And I love that it has all the different kind of little holes in there and what have you. That's the nature part of it, okay? But we're changing this little leaf into a beautiful little design, okay? And I just want it to have a sweeping texture to it, okay? And I'm gonna do the back, okay? I just want it to have a nice little sweep to it. Now, I only use 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves for that particular jar. Now, you can make yours as leafy as you want to, okay? All right, as we spread that on out, okay? And it doesn't take long to dry because this is acrylic paint. Set that to the side, okay? Now, I'm gonna set this paintbrush to the side too as well. I want to add some other colors. So now I'm going to mix this particular color, okay? Because I want it to have more of a softer tone brown. I'm going to add some of that into it. Okay, I want to have a softer tone brown now. And since this is almost gone, I can sort of mix. You can really play around with this now. Okay, and I want to add a little bit more brown to my color, because I still want the brown tones, but I wanted a different color tone. Okay, and just a lighter color. Oh, almost looks like a chocolate Dove bar. Close. Okay, so now for this one, oh, this is a cute little one. Yeah, I think I like that one. It has a really nice, pretty golden tone. So we're going to add a little very soft brown to it. Oh, yeah. Okay, and we're just painting just a little bit. You don't need to really saturate it with a lot of paint because we're going to add other colors. So you just want to keep painting that, yeah. And then I think I'm going to add a little bit more of this dark part to it. Yeah, so I get the variations. I love that, with a little bit of a variation of the browns. Okay, that's very nice, yeah. And not quite mixing it, but still getting another different kind of little browns into it. Okay, so let that dry. Okay, so now I'm going back to the first one that we have. It had the opportunity to dry just a little bit. So now I'm going to add on a little bit of this particular color, which is almost a orangey, pinky kind of red color. It has a lot of different tones. So I'm going to start with the tips because I want to have like a little, okay? And you're just brushing up. I just want to have a little, some of that tip in there, okay? So I just want to add to the tips, and then I'll show you where I'm going from there, okay? And we're just, again, brushing away from myself, okay? Not to yourself, but brushing away, outward, okay? All right, so now you're starting to get a little color in there, okay? Now, I'm gonna sort of dab a little bit, just around, okay? Just around, because it's really quite interesting that you get different kind of variations. I love this. Okay, and if you have to drive around, I tell you, the state of Michigan, we have beautiful, fall is very much of a beautiful time of year. You see just valleys and valleys of beautiful fall colors, very rich. Some are red, and that's why I want to capture some of this red tone. I'm going to add a little bit, dab a little bit of that pink in there. Okay. All right, and you see how I'm stroking that. You see? Okay. So we're getting a little, okay, just a little tip. Okay, just a little stroke of a little pink, okay? And it's okay, your leaf is moving, it should move. All right. And we're just doing it, just a little stroke here, okay? Okay. Very nice. And I think I like that. I'm going to keep it that way. That's really cool, okay? So this will have to totally dry. It will take time for it to dry. So let's go on for adding on another color with our big one. Okay, so I think I'm going to add for this one more of, let's add a little green and see what happens. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start at the bottom, okay, and go out to the top a little bit. Okay, all right. The leaf was green earlier, right, in the season. Okay, so we still can capture a little bit of green. It's not totally brown. We can capture a little bit of the green. And do that just sort of on top of that brown a little bit. And that'll show that, you know what, it's still changing. Okay, the seasons are still changing. Some of the leaves are still changing. Okay, and let's do a little tip of the green. Okay, so you can add, I mean, it just really changed the whole look of your particular leaf. You're designing this leaf, so you do your own thing. Okay, and I like the green. The green is just still showing that there's some life there. But we're bringing it to life anyway. It might have fallen off the tree, but you know we're still bringing it to life a little bit. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put that to the side. This will have opportunity to also dry. Okay, now I want to show you we have enough time I'm going to show you how to start off your label, okay? So we have our paper, okay? And what I want you to look for, okay, I want you to think about, okay, you can go to the dollar store and get you some little labels or little letters, or you can just draw them on, okay? You can simply draw a really nice hope or gratitude, whatever it is. You can have quite a few different little labels on here. So today, I am going to add hope, okay? Because we are hopeful right now. So I'm just going to place this right where I think I'm going to start cutting. So I'm just going to place hope, okay? Easy peasy, just pulling this off. And I am going to I think this is my, yep, the little squiggly. I love this type of little lettering because it's sort of squiggly. So I'm going to make hope and put H-O-P, right? Okay, so you just pull that off and we have our hope. Now I might not have this down really neat, but okay. However, there we go. Okay, so hope. All right, and there we go. Okay, so we have the letter hope. All right, so what I will simply do once I decide that this is what, and I'm going to save this for next week. I think I'm going to cut it in a different kind of shape. So I'll decide on that over the weekend, okay? So right now, I believe I'm at my time because my buzzer's going off and it's telling me you are at your time. And let's see. We reviewed today. We painted our jars, okay? We painted our leaves, right? Okay, front and back. So they're going to dry, okay? We have stickers. We have letter stickers. We have our letter down here, which is hope. I might put joy. I might put different things. Might even do gratitude for sure. I'm going to do gratitude, okay? And so we have our paint. We did everything. We are set. So now, the only thing that you will have to do will be to take your time and think about your ribbon. If you want to use any different kind of ribbons, you can. Think about the colors you want to use for your gratitude jar. And other than that, collect your leaves, clean them off with just a little soap and water, okay? That's all I did. I just cleaned it off with a little soap and water. They clean up very nicely and dry very quickly, I might add. And start painting, okay? So, other than that, I'll see you next week for part 2 of completing our gratitude jars. And have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourselves and try to put a smile on someone's face each and every day. Okay? Bye-bye. Have fun.